Hi, I'm Shelby with Behind the Headlines, and I'm here with Leo, who is a part of the current 2025 Times staff.
My name's Leo. I'm a senior history major. I've been with the Chimes for about 2 years now, and I'm the chief layout editor, which means my job is to take all the stories we write and make them fit onto the page. And there's a lot of moving things around. It's like a big game of Tetris in there.
Yes, and so I'm just gonna ask you a couple questions, and then we can just chat about what you like and stuff. So with your job and being a part of the management, what do you think that you like most about being a part of the management team instead of just a writer?
Oh, I think I like that we get to do all the planning. I really enjoy planning, and what I really like the most is like getting to see how people have progressed the semester.
Yeah.
So because we have such a new staff, from the first print to the second print, I've been having to do a lot less instruction and helping, and people are really just learning. So I think it is getting to see people grow in the way that like I got to grow when I was just a layout editor, and now I've.
Did you always do layout?
Yes, yeah, I've done layout the whole time. I just started reporting this year. A little bit over the summer with the Tice announcement. That was my first experience with reporting, and I wound up doing it mostly just because we needed more people writing. I have wound up liking it. So.
We were talking about, me and Charlie were talking about the fact that we could get more people a part of the staff that aren't just writers, which like I think that building that staff is good. Like we do need plenty, don't get me wrong, but we were talking about like maybe like getting like a little photography section, or like we've talked about I don't know, like you guys are joining the radio and things like that, maybe doing something with a video production. And I think that kids that like take video production classes can get credit with like some things that they do.
Yeah, they could do a Chimes practicum that way.
Right, and things like that. I think that honestly that would be a huge hit, and it would make like the Chimes more known.
Yes, and that's where news is heading. It is like it's TikTok, it's Instagram, the shorter form content, get the information out quicker.
I know, I've had some people that I'm like, oh, read the Chimes, they're like, they don't want to read like the whole page. They're like, oh, I'll read your article. I'm like, you should read it all. Like, you should just pick one up and take it. And I feel like just people aren't doing it because it's so time consuming.
Yeah.
And that's hard.
Yeah, life is so busy, especially this time of year.
I know, people are, I'm like, pick up a Chimes, and they're like, okay. But I mean, what do you like being, other than like the aspect of being able to plan and being on the management team, what do you like about the Chimes in general? Because we are technically a club.
Yes.
So like the struggles that you face when being a club can also bring benefits.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, I think, because we're a club, but since we're pre-professional, because we are training people to be reporters. I got involved in the Chimes because the previous editor-in-chief is one of my best friends, and he kind of voluntold me into it. He's reporting for an actual news station now. He is a like not that we aren't real reporters, but he's a professional reporter, and that is something that you don't get in like I do Star Wars Club. I'm not going to become a professional Star Wars fan. That'd be great. I'd be good at it, but like that's something at the Chimes, because this is where we can try and fail. And like I have tried and failed with many things, and that's that's what learning is. It's trying and being able to fail. And not have devastating consequences. But I think also like we do contribute a lot of value to the community when we are reporting on big stories that people need to hear about, like when we go through the university's financial documents. I'm not going to read those. I'll read a Chimes article about it, explaining why it's important, because that's like 70 pages of basically tax returns. And so we would have, like, when we have a reporter go through that, or usually a couple of reporters, like that is important information so that we, the student body, can know where our tuition's going. And when there was that incident with the lockdown in Schaff last year, like we were reporting on that as
the
it was
shooter.
Did
you guys actually?
We reported on that. Oh my god, he was in.
We called him. We were the guy that we were. One of my
crazy.
Friends was the person that called him to tell him that it was him.
Oh my god.
Because he didn't check his email. He was sitting in his room playing video games during lockdown, because he was like, oh, we'll lock the door, and he was playing video games with two of his other friends, and they were all baseball players. And it was funny because we were going to one meet in our costumes, and we looked at the picture and we were like, "There's no way. That's no way. It's him."
That's crazy.
And so we called him and we were like, "Dude, you are the shooter." And he's like, "What?"
That's
And we were like, that's you.
Yeah, he was in one of my history classes. He seemed like such a nice guy.
No, he is. He's a good kid. It was just
it's a dumb mistake.
Dumb. But it was funny because you've seen the picture, obviously.
Yeah.
There was his name's Zeke. That was one of his friends. He had slides on, and he was walking in behind him. And I'm like, if you would have just looked at that picture a little bit longer, he had slides on. The kid behind him had slides on, walking in. Like, But that whole situation, I didn't know we reported on that actually.
Yeah. In fact, Adrian literally ran to Shaw to see what was happening and to report on it.
No, he did not.
And he did, yeah. It was,
if that was a real shooter, like.
I know. I was like, dude.
What are you doing?
Yeah, because he wants to be an investigative reporter, and that's what he's getting into doing now. And like we have other former reporters who have gone on, especially former management. So if you want to do some management, you want to do some of that, you should.
Yeah, it's good on your resume, and I like we talk to so many people. I mean, you don't report as much, but like I get to talk to people, and I mean, it's funny because I feel like kids know about the Chimes, but they don't know. So like when I email them and ask them, they're like, "Oh, sure," and like they don't know what it entails.
Yeah. Oh, and I was just talking to Miss Sylvia and Trish up in MDR this week, and they didn't know we have a website. So that's why it's like you said, you and Charlie were talking about really pushing the digital aspect of getting people to know about it.
I just think that there's that one interview that people have been doing. I think it's like a marketing student thing where they do by the fountains, the microphone thing. Yes. I think that things like that are going to get way bigger because when that pops up on my Instagram, it's a 60-second video and not I have to sit down for 15 minutes and read this article.
Exactly.
You know, I think that is a way that we can also get video production students into knowing what the Chimes is, because I just think that getting more people to know is like what we need.
Yeah, because then we have like depth, like Greg always says, depth on our bench. Like we have a lot more people involved, and not just for like being able to continue and do more things. Well, but no, to be able to continue and do like even more and better things. And have more options of how to share this information.
I mean, it makes it exciting, but then also I was like, because Clayton was like, well, budget-wise, like, but with a bigger student body, we could maybe get more budget. I think that would be cool.
That would be.
Do you like, the other management staff, and do you like Greg?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I just had a meeting with Greg today, talking about getting his notes on our last print, and his notes are all. He says they're just nitpicky things, which is an excellent compliment to all of us and all of you for all the writing and work that you do. But we do there's a photo of management up there. We do some bonding.
I know I miss some of it.
I'm
never at the meetings. I know.
Yeah.
Hopefully next year I can be.
Yeah. We'll get a good schedule going. But I think getting to work with Clayton, Charlie, Hafsa, and Mia, they all have such great ideas. They all care so much, and they are great at their jobs. And I think all 5 of us are very good at our jobs. So if we have this solid leadership team, we work together, we share ideas, we can then use that solid team to support the rest of you.
Right, and all the new people, because we were talking about the fact that you have to teach people how to write, know, because most people don't know. I didn't even know AP format, But we were talking about that, and the claim was he was really happy with the return rate of people, and some people will fall off onto a club, but
always happens.
Right, he's but with the people that do come back, they're willing to learn, and they're not angry if I tell them that there's too many edits or this and that,
Yeah.
So.
And because writing in AP style, it's not as intuitive as other kinds.
It's so boring.
Yeah.
I literally could fall asleep typing it.
Yes.
I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
I like the interview portion of, that's the easy part for me, but, and it's so funny because Clayton thinks that the writing part's easy, but I'm like, it's just so meticulous.
Yeah.
And it's so
it comes more naturally.
Yeah.
And honestly, like Greg and Clayton say, the more you read the news, the more.
Right.
I didn't have a lot of experience writing in AP style, but I read it enough that
to understand.
Exactly. So when they give you guys that advice,
no, I listen to them, but I'm
of course. I'm not assuming you were.
But I'm like, Clayton, I just can't do anything else to my paper. I'm going to fall asleep.
Yeah.
Which is interesting information. It's just hard to read sometimes. That's all. I just talked about what the good things, the things you love. What are some things that you think that we can build upon or that need, work, or things that you do not really like?
Yes. So something we've been talking about as management is we want to get, like now that we've got you guys like learning how to write, knowing the basics of it, we want to shift more back to writing like news, things that are happening, getting on more breaking things, because we've been we've been reporting on things that are important and good, but we aren't really reporting on like things as they're unfolding,
right,
or like the big like events that happen on campus. Like
right,
there have been a few incidents with like students getting arrested this semester, and that's something in the past we would report on, but we didn't really have like people who we felt or ourselves and also we aren't hearing about things so that's something we want to improve on, is knowing about things so we can report on things. And now that like we're all comfortable with like some of this writing, getting people to report on, I don't want to say more important things, but bigger
but like
things.
quicker,
and
getting
quicker,
just write that paper in a day and get it out.
Exactly.
Right. I think that would be, I mean, it's funny because in one of my articles there was dates in it, but I'm like, these dates aren't even going to be out until it's going to be over once I publish this. So like it sucked because when it was published on the website the dates were in the future, but when it was written in print the dates were past. I'm like, there's kind of things like if this could just get out a little bit sooner, or
and I think the other big thing we've been talking about is because it's that's come up a lot is the pictures people are taking. I'm
Charlie
sure,
mentioned that.
Oh yeah, that's because like half the content in a print is the pictures, and the criteria I use to decide if a story is going to be in print is A, like the importance and who needs to know this story, and number 2 is, are the pictures good?
Right.
Because if there aren't good pictures, like last year we had several, like look at that, several stories with our really pictures on the front page. Filler pictures. Yeah,
right.
They aren't. This isn't telling you anything about the story.
Right.
But this here. It's showing. Oh, it's saying Dr. Tice, like he's focusing on student engagement. Here he is engaging with students.
Right.
So that's why we want.
I think honestly, what would be a good, maybe we can bring this up to, I don't know, the higher ups of whatever. We don't have camera access.
Oh, we have.
We do?
We have a camera.
Oh, well, maybe we could.
We have a camera, but we do want to.
That would be super weird.
Yeah.
We maybe can talk about getting multiple. Like when I worked for a yearbook, he had. Every student that had a page that semester was able to sign one out. That
would be good if we could have.
And you sign them out, and honestly, he kept track of them. But he only kept track of his what he called Big Bertha, because it was like $70,000, and it was a sports camera. Yeah, I had that thing all the freaking time. But we had a sports camera, and then we had cameras like this. We had 4 or 5 like this. Yeah. Kids would sign them out, take them out for a week. Yeah. Just put your photos in. Once you have it for a week, get what you need. If you don't get what you need in that week, you can reset it out another week. But like, I think having that option would be great. One, because you're getting kids camera,
and experience,
right? Camera experience, things like that, and learning how to shoot a picture in the way that you should. Yeah. Whereas like we're not really learning that with our phones. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I think it's a really good idea of having the checkout system, because in the past we've had like staff photographers, so we'd have like 1 or 2 like photographers, and you could like ask them to come with you in your story, or they would be at all the sports events or like the cover story events. But we've kind of gotten away from that because as we are essentially rebuilding our program this year. Yeah. Because we had so many people graduate last year.
I do think that would be obviously our budgets, I don't know how that is, but
that's something that we can talk to Greg about. I really like what you said about the checking out.
Yeah, because you do. It's expensive equipment, but it is considered like school equipment. Exactly. I don't know if my high school yearbook teacher could trust a bunch of 15-year-olds with a camera. Like,
we can trust.
We're adults, right? Exactly. And I think that realistically speaking, we don't need a giant sports lens and things like that.
I wonder if we could work with the film and media, because that have you been like in there?
Yes, I have been in the media room.
They have stuff in there that we could use.
Dude, that would be the best, I think.
Yeah, because I've borrowed a recorder there in the past, not for China's business, but for recording an interview for another class. A professor directed me to Nathan, I think his name is. Yeah, to check it out. So, I think Charlie and Clayton, very involved in
They
all of
should.
that.
They
So,
should be. I mean, with the social media and stuff, like,
yeah.
I think that we need some good photo quality and
Yeah.
good video quality. That'd be
Yeah.
really smart. I think we need to get back on track. I don't know what we're talking about. Oh, we're talking about my cameras. That's fine. But so we talked about what you like and what you don't like. What do you think? If somebody was to come into the Chimes, what do you think that they would need to know? You know, what is some good information about the Chimes? Some little insider.
There's more you can do than you think. Like, I didn't really know about all the layout process. The way I wound up getting involved in layout is, like, Adrian, previous editor-in-chief, one of my best friends, I would come and hang out here while he was doing layout. And eventually he just put a computer in front of me and told me to do it.
Come on.
He's like, come on, you want to hang out? You want to eat our snacks? Like,
Yeah.
Do some work. But there's that, and there's also the photography, the social media end, and the website end too.
Mhm.
We've been talking about like, we have so many ideas, and Mia has so many ideas with like making an app and finding a way to do the crossword online. And
yeah,
so
that's
there's more than just writing and like being a reporter
Yeah.
that you can do in the Chimes. And you can edit, you can do layout with me. Do layout with me. It's great. It's a fun
like,
time.
please, somebody
Yes.
help me.
Yes, because when we have more people, it's not stressful.
Yeah, yeah. And other than the fact that, like, I did not know how to use a computer.
That's okay. That's okay. That's why.
I'm not very tech savvy.
Nah. Yeah, it's okay. And we got. I asked Greg to get these for us. These little shortcut stickers for
Oh,
InDesign. These were very helpful. And again, I'm gonna be. If you still want to do more layout,
It's like, please come.
Yes, please come. And I'm also gonna be doing more training and practice next
Okay.
semester.
I will say, next semester, I'll be more free is a very loose term.
No one's free.
But this semester I work so much, but when I work 5 to 11 p.m. I can't go anywhere after
Yeah.
work. But with softball, if I'm practicing, practice will end at 7 or 6, and then after, I mean, it might be over, but like I can get with somebody separately or whatever, so I'll be at more stuff. What else did we talk about with other people? I'm trying to think of more talking points. I mean, you answered a lot of my questions already. I mean, I hope that we can build a bigger group coming forward,
Yeah,
and make it.
especially because next year's our 100th year, so we have a lot of ideas and things
Yeah.
we want to do for the anniversary.
I know. I was just thinking, like, it's funny because when you interview somebody, like, obviously people know about the Chimes, but they don't like understand like what goes into that. And so it's funny because I've interviewed mostly athletes because that's what I've been doing. And it's funny because a lot of athletes are like, oh yeah, sometimes they won't even answer me because it's just intimidating to them to like get an interview. But when I do have interviews, it's funny because they've never been in that setting before, where like people are going to be in that setting for jobs and things like that, and like whatever. So it's funny because when I interview somebody, and I interviewed this one kid, and he like couldn't look me in the eyes, and I'm like, this is very informal. Like I'm asking you questions, but I'm younger. I'm literally younger than you. Like this is super informal, and I think that if people know more about like what's going on in the Chimes, I think it'll be so much more like comfortable for everybody, for reporters. Like I get scared sometimes asking because I'm like, I'm nervous, they're nervous, and it makes it worse. Or like with getting pictures, like, and you have to like kind of like squeeze up into
take pictures.
Exactly. Like sometimes when you take photos, it's like awkward almost,
awkward.
Or like if you go to a game and like everybody's like looking at you and all the parents are like, what is this person doing? Like I think that if it's a more done thing, that it will be so much more comfortable. And I just think in making the staff larger and like if we do some stuff with the social media, that I think that would be super fun. Hafsa was saying something about a on the road interview, like when they do like, oh, what are you listening to?
Oh yeah,
like those. I think those would be
man
really
on the street.
yes. I think those would be super fun. I just think that somebody that doesn't has to be super like outgoing. And make them feel comfortable, because I think that a lot of kids are just a little bit like they're like, why are you talking to me? Why are you putting a camera in my face?
And especially what you said about like everyone is so busy. Like
nobody wants to stop for 5 minutes on the side of the sidewalk, Hopefully we can make it a little bit of a bigger community feel. I mean, do you have anything else that you like to chat about the Chimes?
No, other than we like you said, people don't know about us. I mean, look at all the awards that
I know,
we've won national awards. They're out there. Like we do good work and we do professional work, and in the past we have reported on some very like important things for the university, and we will continue to do that. And that's we're
going, guys.
the only student newspaper.
Yeah.
So it's I think we do add a lot of value to the community, but we just need to let the community know we're here.
Yes, and I think you run into, I feel like Capital is music students and then athletes, and a lot of times I think music students get way more involved than athletes do. That's just my belief. I mean, me personally as well.
Yeah.
But I think getting athletes more involved as well would help so much more in the community aspect because of how many athletes are on the campus.
Yeah, I agree.
And like with like things like that, or like when they tour and you tour in here, and like there's football players that are being toured around here, like I think that just being known that like it's not just for kids that are like, oh, they're like smart kids that want to ride all the time. Like no, like you can involve yourself with photos or literally anything.
Yeah. You can come hang out.
Right.
And
it's like fun. I mean, it's not like we're like pressuring you to be perfect. I mean, your essay, not your essay, your article is going to get edited and you're going to learn from those edits, but you're not going to have to reread your article 100 times. Like once I submit my article and Charlie does it, I look at it again to see what I have to fix for next time.
Oh, I
but
barely
like,
look at it.
but he does the fixing, you know? It's not like he's like, oh, go back and change this.
Yeah.
So like once you get your print in or your article in, it's like the stress is relieved and then the stress is put on somebody else. But then you also learn from what they see.
Yeah.
And I think that like there's so much pressure behind writing a good article or whatever, and I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah.
It just has to be good enough.
Exactly.
Yeah, or like one of the new members that was one of my friends, Megan Gates.
Oh, yeah.
She did like the Taylor Swift article, and it had a lot of edits on it, and she was like really upset. She was like, I don't know, like if this is for me. I'm like, even though like there's a lot of edits and stuff, like you gotta like if you sign up for this and you like to do it, like you should do it.
And again, the edits is just like it's AP style is weird.
It is
and
so
it's
hard,
especially if you haven't written it.
Right. And it was a Taylor Swift article.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's very like, how do you not make that opinionated? And making that not opinionated is probably like
exactly. Yeah, reviews are hard to do without opinion.
Oh man, it's the one Charlie did the him review. I was like, I wanted him to just be like, this is terrible, terrible movie. But he didn't.
Yeah. It's journalistic ethics.
Journalistic ethics. You kind of got to go by it sometimes, I guess.
But yeah.
Anyways, thanks for chatting with me.
Yeah, cool.
They're gonna be posted on YouTube, but
cool.
I'll probably take the YouTube channel down after my assignment's done.
Yeah,
So great. I actually talked with you for longer than 15 minutes. So.